Hey guys, Chris here. I made a little jaunt down the road from New Bern this past Friday to Greenville, North Carolina. I was picking my daughter up for college to come home for spring break. So while we were there, I headed on over to Needless Toys and Games and Nostalgia Newsstand to see if there were any back issues or anything that I wanted to pick up. And I also had a few books that came out this week that were either out in my shop or they weren't able to get it yet, so I decided to try to pick them up there. So watch these videos and watch when we go in, and you'll see a quick little tour of Nostalgia as well as a quick tour of Needless Toys and Games. And when the video's over, don't leave, because I'll be back to show you what I picked up, as well as to let you know where you can meet the Brothers Boyd in the next couple of weeks. Hey guys, Chris here. I had to come down to Greenville, North Carolina today to pick up my daughter from ECU. So we made a little side trip over to some comic shops. We're going to start at Nostalgia Newsstand, and we're going to check out what they've got on their new rack. So come on and follow us in. Books and head to another shop. Hey guys, Chris here. We're over at Needless Toys and Games now. We're going to do some quick shooting in here, just checking out to see if there's any comics we hadn't picked up yet. So come on in and check out what we're looking at. you can see, we had a good time in nostalgia and needless toys and games. Had some, picked up some good books, had some good conversations. And so while I was in Nostalgia Newsstand, I was able to pick up issue number 2 of Where Monsters Lie by Kyle Starks. This has been a fun read. It's about like where Jason and Freddy and Michael live when they're not out doing their serial killing. So yeah, that's been a fun read, and I'm excited to read that book. And the next book I picked up was Hallows Eve, issue number 1. Hallows Eve is a new character created in the Spider-Man universe, and she was part of the dark web. Well, she's got her own series now, so I'm excited to read that as well. And as you can see by the cover, I went with the great Alex Ross Timeless Green Goblin cover, so I was excited for that as well. It's a beautiful cover, and I hope the story is as good as the cover. Then we headed on over to Needless Toys and Games on the way out of town, and I went through the back issues and was able to find not one, but 2 copies of All-Star Superman. This is the Grant Morrison story, and if you're a fan of DC and you've been watching everything that James Gunn has been announcing, this was the cover that he used to announce the new Superman movie. So I was able to pick up 2 copies, one for myself and one to sell at the show. So I'm excited to have that one up on my shelf as a display. It's a beautiful cover. I love the artwork on it, and it's a really cool looking Superman. So yeah, so those were my pickups. Now on to where you can see the Brothers Boyd next. As of this recording, we just finished doing a show in Jacksonville, North Carolina this past weekend. But we're heading down to Wilmington, North Carolina on March the 11th. That will be Saturday. From 12 to 5, we will be at the Port City Comic-Con, which is run by our good friend Mark Watkins, who is also Mean Mark Ash from WCW fame. We grew up watching Mark. He's a great wrestler and a really great person to hang out with, really good friend of the channel. He's bringing in some great guests, one of the few that we're excited about all of them, but we're super excited. He's got Marcus Buff Bagwell coming in. We're excited to meet Buff Bagwell and talk WCW wrestling with him. We've also got Seymour Snot, the wrestler, coming in. Also, he has pulled some guests from Naked and Afraid. The Tarzan of Los Angeles, Gary Golding's going to be there, as well as a few other stars from the Naked and Afraid show. And then we've got a few stars from the show 60 Days In. So we're super excited about that. Lots of celebrities, lots of vendors, a lot of good stuff to buy. We'll be there peddling our wares as well. We just acquired 3 new boxes of comics, and we've got $1 on each of those boxes. So dollar bin comics are great to dig through. There's some great comics in there, guys. I dug through last night and looked at them, and somebody's going to walk away with a few great comics if they get there early and start digging. Josh and I haven't even had time to go through them all yet, so they've been really fun to look through. And then the next weekend, we will be in Greenville, North Carolina. Our good friend Geeks, that's spelled G3EKS, are having their 2023 Geektacular Spring Comic Book and Toy Show. This one is going to be on St. Andrews Drive, across from Brown and Wood Mazda in Greenville, North Carolina. If you're familiar with Greenville, if you know where the Walmart is, then if you're in the Walmart area, you're pretty close. There's going to be banners up. Now, this show runs from 10 to 4, and the beautiful thing about it is it costs $0 to come through that door. They got a lot of great guests coming. Michael Urie's going to be there. Our good friend Brian Wingrove from Barebutt Comics is coming. He does the cartoon cosplay comics, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, there's going to be tons of vendors with comics and toys, from everything from modern toys to classic toys that you and I grew up playing with. I may leave there with more than I come at this rate. So we're super excited for that as well. We're gonna be at both of these shows, and then we got some really great things coming up in April, which I'll save for the next video. And until the next video, we will see you at the shop.